On Friday, July 16, 2014 and Saturday, July 17, 2014, the life of a 16-year-old girl was shattered as she lived her last hours of her life. The life of 16-year-old girl Andrews Haley Fairchild has been beautiful, and on that fateful day, Wednesday, July 8, 2014, Andrews Haley Fairchild and the Haley Fairchild family were returning from a week vacation in 402 and was excited to return home. A 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild was wearing a pink long-sleeve shirt and had pink and blue ink in her fingernails, and she was sitting at row 16. She was just having fun to go back home and do a summer camp of July and August 2014, and her mother Hartley and her girls were sitting beside her. Andrews Haley Fairchild. Then Andrews Haley Fairchild was scared when the plane Airbus 330 nosed up to try to go around of the wind. But it was too late to avoid the crash. The plane crashed. Andrews Haley Fairchild immediately hit her face on the chair in front of her and her body slammed into the ground. The plane stopped. Hartley helped her and she rescued her. Amazingly, she was awakened, but she was in a lot of pain. Hartley was in shock when she saw her face bruised like her nose and eyes. Her elbow was the most critical. She had a huge burn that was white and red blisters on her two elbows, and her right arm was broken when she hit the chair in front of her. The girl was taken to Los Angeles General. She was taken into surgery because she was critically hurt. Her mother Hartley and her girls held each other's hands and had a long prayer for her while she was in surgery. Then after she finished surgery, her body was full of casts. Her face was bruised. While waking up from surgery, she was given a drink after waking up from surgery, and she ate good things. She wore her pink long-sleeve shirt after surgery, and at night she was in tears. Her mother sat on her side and hugged her tight and kissed her and held her hands tightly. Her condition worsens that her mother was doing long prayers during the night to early morning and while she was asleep. Her mother held her hands and prayed for her. On July 16 and July 17, 2014, the 16-year-old girl went to heaven on July 16, 2014 and July 17, 2014 after clinging to life for a week. The girl had just turned 16 and a party was done on July 13. She was born on July 16. She was buried on her gravesite on July 22, 2014, with flowers, and they celebrated the life of 16-year-old girl Andrews Haley Fairchild. Her daughter Andrews Haley Fairchild dropped her off to her friend's place, and she brought her friends to her living place. They will do a summer camp that happened in June to late July 2012, 2 years before she went to heaven. Her friends would sleep with her. They had fun. They talked and they ate chocolates and watched television and playing in her room. Andrews Haley Fairchild was closed by her friends. They had parties and did a huge party that they danced and had fun. Her friends and her family are in her family. Her friends became the Haley Fairchild family. The Haley Fairchild family was a lot of people. When she turned 14, she was doing her own CD, a pink CD, to put her in her room during summer camp. Her friends were getting ready for her 14th party. The girl was with her friends shouting to the people to make a huge party for Andrews Haley Fairchild, just turned to a 14-year-old girl. Many people came into the party and danced. Many girls and their daughters Andrews Haley Fairchild and her friends who loved her. On July 16, 2012 and July 17, 2012, the girl Andrews Haley Fairchild turned to a cute 14-year-old girl. When she was a 13-year-old girl a year ago, she was cute. One miracle that a 14-year-old girl amazingly was a survivor of the plane crash. For the Haley Fairchild family, their pain is still on, but they had recovered. This nation was shattered and full of sadness and tears. The nation was shattered by a teenage girl who went to heaven so young and so cute. But she will not be forgotten. They will go to that memorial opened on Friday, August 13, 2014, to celebrate the life of 16-year-old girl Andrews Haley Fairchild to the years to come. This girl life was beautiful as it has been too. This girl had a very beautiful life and her face is cute and sweet in her cute fingernails. The 16-year-old girl last photo was a week ago while going to 402 for a week vacation and then returning to a summer camp for the rest of the summer. The plane impacted the ground short and on runway 13 and the plane landing gear was destroyed and the tail was found intact. 16-year-old girl Andrews Haley Fairchild and the Haley Fairchild family. When she turned 14, she was doing her own CD, a Pink CD, and that happened on Wednesday, July 16, 2012. A 16-year-old girl Andrews Haley Fairchild went to heaven on Friday, July 16, 2014 after clinging to life for a week. When she was a cute 13-year-old girl,